while, a couple of weeks since I've been here to do some channeled energy healings with you guys. The energies have been quite intense, and life has just been running away with me a little bit. Um, from my true crime podcast and updates with regards to a crime, the death of a little boy that's been at the forefront, and clients, and just juggling all the balls. It can be a lot at times. And I've also needed a lot more rest, and I'm sure that you guys have felt the same. So I wanted to hop on here and see who is wanting to connect, available to connect, or maybe you guys see this video a little bit later, to just touch base with the support that our bodies are needing right now, and that rest is part of the process. Don't forget that. Don't be hard on yourselves when you need it, because you're needing some more rest than usual at the moment, because you are feeling more exhausted than usual. You are not broken. Rest is part of the process. This needs to become our mantra moving forward. Our world, our reality has shifted into an unknown space. It's sort of in this vacuum of newness. Our consciousness is at a level that it's never been at before, and it's all very, very new, and we're having to navigate it for the first time. And this requires trusting our guides. This requires trusting the universe, our non physical team, the angel guides, our spirit guides, our ascended masters. This requires a level of trust, unlike any before. It's a level of trust. And so, those of us who have taken the time to work towards developing our relationships with our non physical team, our guidance system, we're going to find that that's going to be really, really helpful right now. Those of us who have not yet done that, we've still been running on the old program, well, that's going to be a very different experience. But if you are here, if you come across, if you are wondering, well, what can I do to support my system, my vessel, in this unknown space where the future is unclear and nobody has the answers? Isn't it an interesting time? The world's been on this loop. Hi, welcome in. The world's been on this loop where we've gone from one cycle into the next, one cycle into the next, and now we've shifted. Our consciousness has shifted into this unknown space. We're floating in this vortex of newness, and we can't control it. We can't control it. So it is beautiful, it's incredible, but at the same time, it can be very, very scary. So remember, rest has become part of the process. Listening to your body has become part of the process. Listening to your guidance system, which is your emotional center, is part of the process. And those of us who are still, this is what I said to someone the other day. I said this to a client. We have a new level of consciousness. Our process is upgraded to an unknown place. Our consciousness is more elevated than it was even during the time of Atlantis. That's never been the case before. So we've got this new level of consciousness. A lot of people who are here have gone through awakenings, and they're still figuring out what their tools are. Okay. So it is this unusual space to be in. And we've got our process is running at a new level of advancement, but many people are still carrying around baggage from the old reality, not knowing. So what's happening is, where it was comfortable to ignore and to avoid and to just move around with all this extra weight, it's not going to be comfortable anymore. You're going to find that everything feels like it's pinching, pushing, being stuffed in uncomfortable places inside of you. Obviously, that's my analogy to describe how many people might be feeling right now. And you can't ignore it. You can't avoid it anymore. It's vivid. But where are my tools? What are my tools? You know, that's going to be the process of discovery for many people who have not yet started that process of discovery prior to this period that we're in. Okay. So rest does not mean you are weak. It does not mean that something is broken. It does not mean that you are failing. It does not mean that you lack motivation or that you're depressed. It simply means it's simply part of your process, which is reset. Okay. So when it comes to energy healing, which is what I come on here for, when I come onto YouTube Live on a Thursday, I come to connect with those who want to experience and receive some channeled energy healing. This is an unusual time. Usually I do it a lot earlier in my day, but as I said, my sleeping schedule's been out. So I'm going to see who wants to join us. If you're curious about energy healing, you are welcome to ask questions. Channeled energy healing has always been around. It was an ancient practice, okay? Ancient civilizations who seem to be a lot more advanced, technologically advanced than we've been for a long time, made use of these practices, tuning into and channeling energy, tuning into energy sources, into source, which we call God, to bring through healing. It's been displayed to us many, many times, and it's been practiced. But we've also been practiced out of believing it, so sort of away from the program, to fear it, or to think that maybe it doesn't exist. And when we're sick, we just have to accept that we're going to be sick forevermore and we're going to die like that. We've awoken enough now to know that being having disease in the body, whether it's a physical symptom or whether it is a diagnosed disease, is our body's way of summoning us to heal something, right? It's saying, right, you're ready to process this, whatever the root cause is, whatever the trauma is, whatever the energetic root is, you are now ready. You have the capacity to clear this out for yourself and your bloodline in many cases. And because many people don't know that, or don't think of disease in that way, or of their symptoms in that way, they just feel overwhelmed and hopeless. So I just want to remind you that when we have disease in our lives, whether it's in a relationship with our partner, relationship with lovers, or whether it is in our bodies, okay, that disease is energetic. And it is a summoning for you to shift the energy, that you have enough fuel. All right. And that fuel for us might be interpreted as experience, wisdom, clarity, and understanding of who we want to be versus who we've experienced ourselves to be. Okay. So I have said in previous, when we've gotten together previously in lives, I've said that certain conditions are teachers. They come to call you, to summon you, to say, right, you are ready for the next step. So if you are feeling particularly betrayed or abandoned by your body, please keep in mind that your body is communicating with you your access to well-being through your symptoms. Your body is not communicating to you that you are lost and you are going to suffer forevermore. Your body is communicating the access that you have and the capacity that you have to shift the energy emotionally, okay, which is energetic, And we can say spiritually, and as a result, physically, because we are constantly creating our reality. So our body communicates with us where we might have energy blockages in our body that is hindering us from catching up with our own evolution. So we remain stuck in an old timeline because of how we interpret our physical health. And when a medical doctor, a Western doctor gives you a diagnosis, that then gives you permission to be dependent on drugs for the rest of your life, we just take that. Ancient, our our ancient doctors, our native doctors, our ancestors, the medicine people within our tribes, they did not diagnose. They understood the spiritual message, the spiritual implication that various symptoms pointed a finger towards. And so we're going back to that ancient wisdom that has totally been eradicated by Western medicine, by capitalism, and by patriarchy. So, my message to you is, remember, your body is not against you. Your body is calling you home. Your body is guiding you. Your body is working with you. And if you can be receptive to that, to learning how to interpret what your body is saying based on various symptoms in various parts of the body, in various energy centers, you will be so empowered to begin to understand what you are being initiated through. It is not a death sentence for you to have discomfort, symptoms, or disease in the body. Okay, so until next time, hi, the sisters. So I suppose this time of morning is an awkward one. I don't know if any of you have any questions or if you're interested in what I have to say. I'll just give you a minute or two if you want to interact or ask a question. Otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye. And those of you who come across this video, I will see you for another channeled energy healing demonstration, hopefully next Thursday. All right. So take care and be well, and give what I've shared with you some thought. All right. Just before I go, is there anyone here who would like to possibly have a channeled energy healing? Just to offer some support at this time.